I feel like I just made the situation worse.
I tell you, promise you won't do anything reckless?
You're looking for a fight? I'm happy to oblige. Deep down, I know she was right.
You have no intention of backing off Jack Brennan, do you?
Cyrus killed Dex, and I'm gonna prove it.
Don't even get me started on the new Jack Brennan. Seriously, what were they thinking? He's just awful. Honestly, if we're being real, I'm willing to give Chris McKenna a shot as Jack. He's a decent actor, handsome enough too, but let's face it, he's got no chance of outshining Charles Major. That Aussie charm and the smoldering sex appeal. Impossible to compete with, but hey, we'll cut him some slack. It's not like he asked to replace the other guy, right? Speaking of, does anyone else remember the new Jack Brennan from when he played Joey on One Life to Live? Took me a minute, but as soon as it clicked, I was like, oh yeah, this is where I've seen him before. And then there's Sasha. I mean, why doesn't she just say it isn't Jason? What is she waiting for? Now Willow, has she totally lost it? I was yelling at the TV when she started going on about my home, and this is where I live. Honey, calm down. You're acting like you're raising kids on your own, while everyone's poking their noses into your business. Newsflash, you were married to Michael, that's why the house is yours. You had an affair and then tried to paint Michael as the villain. And now you want Drew to come and go as he pleases in the house you used to share with him? I can't even. And the worst part? She's acting like she's some kind of martyr. But even if the kids were there, Drew and Willow would probably still be doing their thing. They'd do it on the nursery floor or in a hotel room. Nothing seems to be off limits for them. Honestly, Jason should be the one to tell Danny about his mom, not Alexis. I don't care what anyone says, that's on him. Alexis needs to back off. Now, I'm just waiting for sleazy Willow to overhear Nina and Drew talking about their affair while he was sleeping with Willow. Or maybe Tracy will spill the beans. But I cannot wait until Willow finds out just how slimy Drew is. She gave up Michael for this? That's just pathetic. And can we please, for the love of all things decent, get rid of this new Jack Brennan? I miss the original. That man was handsome. I'm just done with all these recasts on General Hospital. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching. So let's dive into today's video. Where do I even start? First of all, wouldn't it be just amazing if Jason somehow magically found Liesel in Germany? And surprise, surprise, she's secretly got Brit in tow. I mean, if that happened, I'd be thrilled, but it's probably too much to hope for. And then there's the new Jack Brent. Seriously, does anyone else feel zero chemistry with Carly? I'd rather watch paint dry. The Willow storyline? A total snooze fest. Someone please inject some excitement into that mess, because it's dragging. As for the Sam storyline, please. Dan saying she only did good in her life is beyond ridiculous. We all know exactly how she ended up in Port Charles. Let's not pretend otherwise. Now that explosion at the MC? Oh, I was praying that Sasha would finally expose Drew for the scumbag he is, revealing that he was juggling Willow and Nina at the same time. Now that would have been the ultimate Sasha takedown. I mean, who even likes this new version of Drew? Can we just agree he's the worst? I'm seriously counting down the days until he disappears. And of course, I wouldn't be shocked if Drew buys that house and then pulls a full-on hostage situation with Willow. Oh, and I'm calling it now, brainwashing. It's coming, mark my words. Cyrus? He's like a real-life version of Trump. Gets away with everything and never seems to face consequences. It's maddening. And seriously, can we all just raise our hands if we completely hate Willow and Drew? I can't be the only one praying they both exit stage left. The arrogance is unbearable. I was so happy when Carly finally told Drew exactly what we were all thinking. He's so delusional, thinking it's totally fine to go after his nephew's wife. Someone stop him before I lose my mind. Also, can Cyrus give Lucy a little digitalist shot already? I never thought she could be more annoying, but today she absolutely proved me wrong. And Sasha? Just tell everyone already that Jason isn't the father. Why is this even a secret? And enough with the Willow coddling. Someone needs to be brutally honest with her and tell her what a sleazebag Drew is. Stop dancing around the truth. Can Anna, Laura, Curtis, or even her own great-aunt Liesel just tell Willow straight up that Drew didn't save anyone? If it weren't for Holly pointing a gun at Victor, Drew would have been dead. He didn't save Liesel. He just escorted her home. Everyone else, Spencer, Trina, anyone, did way more than Drew. Willow needs to stop with the Drew saved my life narrative because, frankly, he didn't. Willow's move was a smart one, and honestly, it's about time. She's an adult who can date whoever she wants without a family-wide interrogation. For the Qs to play gatekeeper with her visitors? Yeah, that's either treating her like a child or a prisoner. Take your pick. Drew's not a threat to Wiley and Amelia, no matter what Michael's family thinks. This whole thing is just their petty jealousy talking. As for Joslyn, she needs to quit while she's ahead. If she doesn't, she's going to be the next casualty of this drama, and that would be terrible. Cotty could stand to shut up too. Spreading rumors won't end well for anyone. Oh, and can we please mute Tracy for a bit? She's doing her usual thing, and honestly, I'm all for shutting her down. But seriously, who even knows how to handle all these ridiculous characters? Now Carly, yeah, she's just bitter. She can't stand the fact that Drew would rather be with someone who looks like a beautiful woman instead of, well, Carly, who's turning into the grumpy old crow no one asked for. Lulu really needs to remember she has a son. Like, is he not on her radar anymore? Sure, I get it. She wants Charlotte back home. But come on, the kid who's actually here could use a little attention. Willow? Wow, she's really outdone herself. She's acting like she's done nothing wrong, and it's frustrating. The kids, Wiley and Amelia, have been bounced around like it's nothing. Don't get me wrong, Willow's a good mom, but right now, she's all about her needs and drama with Drew, and frankly, it's at the kids' expense. Focus on them, Willow. Also, work? Ever heard of it? We haven't seen her at the hospital since Drew dragged her off to DC. Oh, and Sasha? She finally let Drew, aka Shiloh, have it, and thank goodness. She wasn't the only one who put him in his place, though. Cotty had his turn, too, and honestly, I don't see that friendship surviving. Cody totally deserves it. Joss. Oh, Joss. I seriously thought when she was snooping around Cyrus's room, she was caught. But no, when Cyrus walked in, it was obvious someone had been there. Joss is so stubborn. Hopefully, Brennan talks some sense into her, or at least gets someone to keep an eye on her. And speaking of hypocrites, let's not forget Brad. The same guy who hides behind his little prayers and pamphlets is a killer and drug dealer. Good job, Brad. You're absolutely the worst kind of good guy. Willow is absolutely off the rails here. Spotting Drew at the gatehouse where she and Michael lived with their kids, while she's still married, is beyond inappropriate. Seriously, what planet is she living on? Willow's so far gone at this point that it's hard to imagine any redemption. And don't even get me started on Drew. He's a total slimeball. Nina really nailed it today, and bravo for pulling Carly into the mix. Honestly, we all knew Gio was Dante and Brooklyn's kid, right? Lois finally came clean and admitted to Martin that Gio is indeed Dante and Brooklyn's son. Huge reveal. Meanwhile, Nina's still playing the coward card. She'd rather let Willow disrespect her home and drag in the one woman, Carly, who hates her. Nina really needs to get some guts and take charge. Then there's Dante and Chase, who have this private conversation that, surprise, gets overheard. Classic. Of course, things spiral out of control fast. Now the question is, what are those two going to do with that juicy info? And plot twist, Nana and Carly might actually form an alliance. Never saw that one coming. The world is officially upside down. Lois almost got caught spilling the beans about Gio. I was sure that secret would never come to light, but looks like I was wrong. Big shocker. Now, let's talk about the new Brennan. He's heating things up with Carly, that's something, and he's also cozying up to Joss. A commenter pointed out that Kevin being linked to Austin Gatlin Holt, and today's hints are making me wonder, are we about to uncover the truth behind his killer while we're at it? And just to be clear, I'm not hating on the new Brennan. I just feel there was something a little more there with the old one. Maybe it was his accent or the way he smiled at Carly. Could be just me, but that's my 2 cents. Nina's trying to play nice with Carly now, and part of me hopes Carly isn't too difficult about it. At this point, it's all about survival, and I'm rooting for them to team up. But of course, that's just my opinion. I totally get where Alexis is coming from, her daughter, her feelings, but she really should have talked to Jason before dropping that bomb. He's a walking time bomb, and Chrissy knows it. And wow, just wow, everything came out today. Gio's officially Brooke Lynn's son. We might actually find out who killed Austin. But the real kicker is Nina and Carly. Are they about to join forces and take Drew down? This is getting good. Oh, look, surprise. Gio is officially revealed as Brooklyn and Dante's son. Color me shocked. And wait, is Austin still breathing? Because if he is, could that be how Cyrus is getting his grubby little hands on Digitalis? I mean, Austin is a doctor, so plausible, right? And just when I thought the twists couldn't get any more absurd, boom, there's the revelation. Cyrus and Austin Gaten Holt are connected. Well, guess Joslyn gets to add another feather in her cap for cracking that little nugget. Bravo, Joss. Now about Brennan. Really not a good move. Asking Joss to dig up dirt on Cyrus? What could possibly go wrong? Putting her life in danger like that? Super smart. What is going on in that guy's head? Speaking of brilliant decisions, let's talk about Cody and Drew. Honestly, I was almost getting tired of hearing how annoying Cody was, but you know what? He did manage to live up to it. I mean, what genius decided it would be a good idea for Cody to go around town spilling about Sasha being pregnant by some random dude she hasn't even exchanged a hug with? And then there's Drew, snoozing in his nephew's bed with his wife, while said nephew's fighting for his life. Oh, and of course, Drew thinks he's entitled to spill Sasha's business in front of an entire room of people. Both of them need a serious reality check. And Drew, congrats, you've somehow made me Team Caroline. Yeah, you read that right. Now, I think I've cracked a little mystery. Sasha, totally going to be Luke's daughter, not Robert's. Just putting that out there. Oh, and Willow? Yeah, she's dead wrong here, seeing Drew at the gatehouse, where she and Michael used to live, with their kids while still married? Beyond inappropriate. Are we all just pretending this isn't a massive red flag? Oh, and by the way, I'm catching up on GH. Just finished Tuesday's episode last night. As for the new Brennan, I guess he's fine, though let's be real, if he'd been the original, no one would have cared. But Charles Measure really set the bar high. His accent, his charm, and, let's be honest, his looks. He made the character sizzle, and he and Laura, electric. So yeah, this new guy has some big shoes to fill. Still, let's give him a chance. He may be a bit young to hang with the WSB crew, though. And as for him and Carly? Yeah, no chemistry there, sorry. But the old Jack and Carly were fire. Maybe this is just a temporary fill-in while they find someone who actually works with Carly, or maybe she and Brennan will fizzle out. Guess we'll see. Quick question. Do y'all still get the feeling Anna has feelings for Jason? I mean, she looked real jealous when Cody was spinning his ridiculous lie about Jason and Sasha. And then that look on her face when Felicia brought it up. Classic. That kiss? Yeah, it's clearly messing with her head, because she can't even do her job as police commissioner properly anymore. Emma wasn't wrong. Anna's way too uptight. As for Tracy, I knew she'd end up being nice to Sasha after that whole Metro Court fiasco. At first, I thought she was gonna defend Sasha to Drew, but no, It was way better when she told Sasha off afterward. Tracy may be tough on the outside, but she's a big softie on the inside. Love her for it. Sasha's a cook, sure, but at least she actually works for her money. Unlike Drew, who, well, he didn't exactly earn his. Remember when Sam had Jason's money after he died and came back? And then, when it turns out Drew is Jason's twin, suddenly it's a birthright from the Quartermaines. Hate to break it to you, Drew, but money doesn't buy happiness. Some things you can't just buy your way into. As for Sasha, she's not going to spill the beans about Jason not being the father because, spoiler alert, Jason's probably going to step up and help raise that kid. And Michael's going to be right there, so hiding it won't work. Mark my words, the baby's gonna have some kind of heart issue, and one of them, Michael, Wiley, or Amelia, is going to have to step in and save the day. Okay, here's my vent. Bear with me. Why is no one asking Jason about telling Danny about Sam? Why is Sasha just assuming Jason doesn't care about everyone assuming he's the dad? Seriously, why is Drew basically telling Anna, go after Sonny and Jason, or I'll withhold public funds? Isn't that extortion? And why is no one calling Willow on her bluff? Let her move on with Drew and get the pictures and videos of them in their little affair. Then when Michael comes back, the judge won't feel sorry for her. I mean, while the dad's literally fighting for his life, she's out here playing house with his uncle. And can we talk about Sonny? Why isn't he acting like a mafia boss and dealing with Drew? Since when does he care about the law? Didn't he just cold-bloodedly kill an FBI agent for messing with Christina? But when it's about Michael, he's just sitting there, unreal. I won't even get started on Lulu and the new Jack. Brooklyn didn't hold back when she told Willow the truth about her whole situation with Drew. Yeah, Willow can absolutely be with Drew if she wants, but maybe not in the house she shared with her still husband Michael and their kids. Also, Willow really should reconsider having Drew in the same bed she once shared with Michael while still married to him. Oh, and that wedding ring. The one that belonged to Michael's great-grandmother. Yeah, maybe it's time to take that off too. Brooklyn wasn't sugarcoating anything. Willow's life has flipped upside down, and it's time for some serious self-reflection. But Willow, she couldn't hear it. All she kept saying was how Drew saved her life, so now she's stuck with him. Sounds a lot like she feels obligated to him. But honestly, Drew needs to get his priorities straight. Like maybe he should focus on his own daughter, Scout, who just lost her mother, Sam, rather than plotting revenge against people he thinks have wronged him. I totally disagree with Maxie about Drew being such a great dad. Drew's too busy pushing his agenda on Willow instead of being a responsible parent. Meanwhile, Joslyn, bless her heart, is walking into dangerous territory with her little investigation into Cyrus. Lucas actually spoke some real truth to Carly about Jack Brennan keeping things from her. Seems like he's breadcrumbing Joslyn into finding out the truth about how Cyrus killed Dex, and maybe even trying to recruit her for the WSB. I mean, how is Carly okay with that? As for Brad, he did the right thing by telling Cyrus to hit the road before he called the cops. And just as Lucky and Elizabeth were about to kiss, Rick showed up to ruin the moment. Oh, sorry, he just needed to inform Elizabeth that she could come back to work. But hey, Lucky and Elizabeth are onto something. They want Rick to look into Cyrus's probation and see what he has to do to get sent back to jail. Good luck with that, guys. And as if things weren't dramatic enough, Alexis and her daughters are about to drop the bomb on Danny. Sam's death wasn't an accident. Someone in GH deliberately killed her. Now, let's talk about Cody. Seriously broadcasting Sasha's pregnancy. That's on him. I don't care how hurt he was. If he was so worried, he could have found her and confirmed it instead of spilling everything to everyone. Also, did Michael give Willow the gatehouse? She kept going on about my own, but isn't that part of the Quartermaine estate, owned by Monica? Or is it just something Michael's claiming since he's the landlord of like half the town. And then there's Jack Brennan. What is going on with him? He seems like he genuinely likes Carly, so why is he pushing Joslyn to find Cyrus's cabin, knowing full well how dangerous he is? Could it be that his feelings for Carly are just some kind of act? Or is he playing a game we don't see yet? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.